In the early 90s, Steve and Diantha Hodges came to visit our county and talked to us a little bit about what they were looking for. They were looking to start a community development nonprofit organization to assist people in our community with a variety of needs.
Welcome to the 4th annual Jubilee Project fundraiser. We are so glad that you are joining us today. We thank you for your support of Jubilee Project. There are many ways to give to this fundraising effort, the main ones being at jubileeproject.holston.org. You'll be directed to a couple of different sites. This year you can also designate your gifts. So if you would like to support the water ministry, please designate the water ministry. Otherwise, all funds will go into the general operating budget of the Jubilee Project, and that keeps all the other programs running smoothly. I've been here about 2 years, and I am a deaconess serving as a church and community worker in the Holston Conference. So I am your missionary with Global Ministries, and it is so good to be both a part of church and community ministry and the long and distinguished list of people who have led Jubilee Project. Steve and Diantha Hodges, they were missionaries who had served overseas. Steve was very interested in economic development. So when they moved here, his main focus was how can we make the lives of Hancock County people better. Randy Hildebrandt came as church and community worker during that time, and he worked with youth and mission teams. When Steve and Diantha left for the Sudan and Randy left for Nebraska, that led to some different leadership of Jubilee Project. A couple of years later, Linda Stransky came on as director. Linda spent 3 years here, and she and the board really worked to stabilize Jubilee Project.
I got to know Steve and Diantha in the early 90s through our church. We've benefited from their vision ever since. And Jubilee's really fortunate. We've had a lot of really good people working with us. One of our first secretaries was Brenda Dalton, and she actually is the right-hand lady of our director of schools and has been in that position for 15 years. And she was really good to Jubilee. Linda Petticord is a minister's wife in our community, and she was with us for years and years and years. She was wonderful to us. And Linda was when I was treasurer back in those days, you know, we couldn't pay all the phone bills, so I'd have to make a decision. Okay, let's just pay $80. And there were several times I couldn't pay Linda her entire check, and she was fine with it. So we're really lucky that we've had employees that have moved with us, have been understanding, and worked with us. And you know, I can't say enough about Heidi Taylor, the bomb. You know, she knows what's going on. She knows how it works. You have to help without directly helping. And I think Jubilee has established that. The people in our community know that how Jubilee can support them.
There was no industry and there were no jobs in Hancock County, and tobacco, like all of Upper East Tennessee, tobacco was the main cash crop, and tobacco was on its way out, and I know they really were struggling with how they could help people have an income, because there was nothing else to, in terms of a cash crop to replace tobacco. And in terms of the history, I think the fact that we've had three, Randy Hildebrandt, Linda Stransky, and Lisa Nichols has provided continuity after the Hodges left.
Right now we have 4 core areas of ministry. Food continues to be one of the big ones, and we have emergency food, USDA food, mobile food bank, and holiday food in association with Fairview United Methodist. We continue to work with water ministries and to drill wells, put in septic systems, put in water tanks, and now fill the water tanks. And you'll hear from Sally about both the history and what she's doing with that. Home repair got hit hard by COVID. We have not been able to have many mission teams, but we have had a couple of teams, and we're expecting another one in October. We're working outside, so we're continuing to build for safe and healthy homes. We're working with ramps and porches, and we're continuing to support our women and our youth ministry. Youth ministry has changed a little bit. We are now working with the Hancock County Elementary School. Heidi and I are providing arts and craft experiences for their after-school program. So we're working with between 25 and 30 children every Tuesday afternoon. We're seeking to have both fun activities and share how God created them to be unique and how God loves them. So we're excited about where that ministry is going to take us.
I was blessed and lucky enough to be hired in as a public health nurse. My primary job was to go out to the homes and work with the parent figures for new babies up until they turned 3 years old. But in doing so, I found that a lot of the homes had no water or septic systems. Families were infested with head lice, parasites. The hard part is that siblings would take their bodies to school, which included the head lice and the parasites. The school system then would send them home with that, and they could not return until their head was free of lice. And this made the child miss a lot of school. This made the child be labeled as a buggy child or cooties, all sorts of names like that, when truthfully they had the lack of water, the resources there to clean their bodies. Children also, to go to Head Start, they had to be potty trained. But without outhouses or bathrooms, children first learned then to urinate on the porches, have bowel movements on the porches. And this led me to be very concerned for water for these families. So after I retired, I was able to hook up with Jubilee and find that they were concerned with the needs in Hancock County. And I says, you know, water's one of those needs.
People from like Knoxville and stuff, they wouldn't understand nothing like what we had to go live through. And this ain't nothing like it used to be.
Thank you again for your support of the ministries of Jubilee Project. As you've heard from the stories of Sally and Betty and Cindy, Jubilee has been active in Sneedville and Hancock County for 30 years, and we're looking forward to ministry in the future. Your support makes that possible. Again, you can give at jubileeproject.holston.org and click the donate link. You can contact us at jubileeprojectsneedville@gmail.com, and we'll be glad to provide you details and give other information. Thank you again, and please come see us. We'll look forward to seeing you at Jubilee Project.